Very much. The race for California's 50th district seat continues as Congressman Duncan Hunter seeks re-election. So let's talk about another one is trying to go up against Duncan Hunter. It's Ammar Campa-Najjar. Nice to have you here, Ammar.
Thanks for getting my name right.
All right, so yes, yeah, you know, and it's interesting. Tell me a little bit about your background because that is an interesting combination of names.
Yeah. My mom is Mexican-American. She was born here. My dad's Palestinian-American. They found love here in San Diego, and the rest is history.
That's great. So you can tap into the different kinds of cultures and things in your life.
That's right. The district's 35% Latino and 15% Middle Eastern. It's half me, so I guess it's a blessing to be of mixed background.
Let's talk about your district because
Sure.
you claim that this district is changing, and tell me about your feelings about the way that it's growing and your role in that.
Yeah, it's changing. I mean, a lot of people are leaving San Diego proper. They're going to East County and North County, single moms, mixed families like mine, young couples who want that bigger home that can't afford it in San Diego proper, and they're all Democrats who are moving over. But if I'm honest with you, the people in my district, they don't care about my personal politics. I don't care about theirs. I care about their personal health, their personal safety, and their personal finances. At the end of the day, we're all Americans, and we all want to move together towards a unified future. And in the past 10 years, under Duncan Hunter's failed leadership, a lot of people are still hurting, just like my family. But we could change courses. We can't go on the same path that we've been on, but there is hope on the way if we move in the right direction.
It sounds like you just wrote a speech for Barack Obama, which in fact you have done. You've actually, didn't you consult with him at some point?
Yeah, I worked at the White House. I had the honor of serving the president, and I worked at the U.S. Department of Labor, helping people punch their ticket to the middle class. People like me, my mom, a single working class mother who, through being broke and brokenhearted, raised 2 boys by herself. At the age of 15 and a half, I had to work as a janitor to help my mom. And so it was an honor for me to help the working families of my district and the country when I was at the Department of Labor.
What would you like to see? I know there's a lot of criticism right now about the way Congress is behaving and the way they've been behaving for the past several years. The Democrats and Republicans are becoming further polarized.
Right.
What is your view of Congress?
You know, the people in my district, we might have political differences, but they get to work and they get the job done every day. I'd like for Congress to do an honest day's work. You know, when I was working as a janitor, every day I had a feeling of completion and accomplishment. That doesn't exist in Congress. People could literally work in Congress for 10 years like Duncan Hunter and get nothing done. And I'm really disappointed in the fact that Duncan Hunter Jr. has not put the 50th first. I'd like to see members of Congress who put our district first. Literally on your show, on this show, he said that this tax plan was going to hurt California. And he still went on with it. I think we need somebody who will fight for California and not for his big, rich donors in other parts of the country who then enrich him.
Well, he said it would hurt California because California politicians don't really care about Californians, and that's a state issue, the way they tax. We're one of the highest tax states in the country, and he's very critical of that, as many of his constituents believe. Do you not believe that that's what his constituents say?
So I think this tax plan hurts California. He could blame it for many different reasons. He's known to kind of shoulder off responsibility and blame everybody for his own decisions. He should take responsibility, just like the people in my district do every single day.
All right, so let's talk about a little bit more about yourself, because you're an interesting person in that you're 29 years old and you've had already a lot of experience, and you talk about being a janitor, but you're also a guy who's been involved in business, and you have a consulting business.
That's right.
You've been involved with the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Tell me about that side of you, the business side of you.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm a business owner, and I know the burdens that we face. I get it. I also worked at the U.S. Department of Labor, and I understand the plight of the working class people, having been a member of that myself. And I think that what America needs right now is us to restore America's basic bargain. And that means if you take responsibility, you're given opportunity. And so I think I'm uniquely positioned, given my business background and my labor background, to help bring this country together and move the economy forward and get this economy really roaring for the working class people. A lot of people at the top are benefiting, but there are people in my district who literally tell me, Ammar, I'm an illness away from losing my home. I have to decide, do I get a gallon of gas or a gallon of milk on the way home? Those shouldn't be conditions that we have in the 50th, and it's time that we have somebody who stepped up and stepped in for them.
Well, you're describing a district that seems impoverished, but we're really in a roaring economy right now. Things are going well, so I'm not sure I understand that exact description.
Well, a lot of people haven't had their wages go up in the past couple of years, and I think a lot of people who are struggling are watching the news, hearing this president and the past president touting how much the economy is doing well, when people in my district are hurting and they're suffering. They have to commute an hour or two to get to work. It's a struggle for a lot of people.
Well, we wish you well, Ammar Campa-Najjar. Nice to have you here, and come back and see us again.
Thank you so much.
We can talk about unions and other things that are your concern. All right, thanks very much. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and before we leave you with here are the rest of the candidates running against Duncan Hunter for California's 50th District. Seamus Syed, Bill Wells, of course, the El Cajon mayor, who's also been here. Seamus, we invite you to come on our show as we appear Beauregard, Josh Butner, and there is Ammar Campa-Najjar. We'll be right back with more Good Morning San Diego in just a moment. Glenn Jensen, Patrick Malloy, Alex Spilger. I don't think there's any more, is there? I think that's it. A whole bunch of them running there. We'll be right back.